Okay, so here's the deal. I'm sitting in front of my computer with a broken ass, long story, don't ask, browsing Twitter, doing the usual Twitter stuff when this Russian guy follows me and DMs me. You have good game taste. Check out my demo if you ever want to see your family again. Okay, he didn't say that, but he is Russian, I think, and he did ask me to try out his demo and sent it a couple days later. Don't worry, I scanned it through a couple antiviruses just in case. So here's my quick video about it, so you have something to watch while work on my bigger videos. Coming soon, I promise. The game is called REAVER and it's an FPS. The demo doesn't really have a story. From what I could piece together with bits of dialogue, it's the usual there is an invasion, you're the chosen one thing, at least so far. I really like the art style, especially how the weapons look, and there are a bunch of music visualizers, which is a neat detail. Speaking of music, I like it. There are only a couple levels and some of them have weird small quirks like this hood who looks like an enemy but just runs and explodes to open a door. Apparently he uses his blood to power on the door or something along those lines. Maybe I'm just stupid, but I didn't realize this. Maybe have like a note talking about how the door is locked because I ran out of blood or whatever. You also get all weapons from the start. The dev said that it's just for the demo, but it still felt weird. The shops where you buy the alts is implemented, but you can't actually buy anything. The dev confirmed that for buying these you would use these tokens which you get from secret hunting. The game desperately needs some sort of notification that you found a secret. I found like 3 or 4 but didn't realize it until the level end screen. Going back to the weapons for a minute, some of them are already placed in the world, so I don't really understand why not even make it an option in this private build to only start with the pistol. The weapons are overall fine. They're not anything I've never seen before, but they feel pretty good to use. The pistols put an emphasis on doing combos by using the alt-fire and doing specific actions, just like in a fighting game. I have to admit, not every weapon felt useful. Mostly the red shotgun, which has the ability to create a black hole. While it is very cool, it was never that useful and I mostly used it to have many enemies in one place so I could shoot rockets at them. This didn't feel like the way it was intended to be used. Another weapon with a similar issue is the laser rifle or whatever it's called. It has ricocheting shots and a grenade you can shoot. The main issue is that the ricochet bullets aren't really that useful in a fast-paced shooter. I can see their use in something like a cover shooter but not here. The grenade also feels fairly pointless, since it uses your special charge which could be used with the blue revolver to have 5 explosives instead of 1. Now let's address the elephant in the room. The only real issue is that this game looks heavily Ultrakill inspired. Like probably too much. I love Ultrakill and the DF apparently does too, but when you show the footage to someone who hasn't played REAVER, so like almost all of you, I wouldn't blame anyone for calling this an Ultrakill clone. It's mostly the presentation that suffers from this issue, but there are some things in the gameplay like the movement. You have a dash, slide, slam jump, wall jump, etc. There are more movement options like punch jumping, but the main ones just feel straight up lifted from Ultrakill. I played through it a couple times and it doesn't feel like a clone to me, but most people aren't me. I feel like some of this could be remedied, like maybe instead of having a punch that's basically copy-pasted, maybe have it sometimes be a punch, sometimes a click, sometimes slashing with a claw, I don't know, but anything other than what's currently in, since it really isn't a good look. Another thing that I feel could be changed is the slam jump. The tutorial calls it the most important mechanic in the game, but I don't really recall using it a single time in my playthrough, even though I was playing it on the second hardest difficulty. I feel like changing this mechanic into something else, like maybe allowing you to transfer your slam into a long launch forward. I know that when you're more knowledgeable about the two games, they feel different, but people usually don't play what they see as a straight up clone. Aside from that one issue, the demo is pretty good. If you want to play it, you can't, it's a private demo. They definitely should follow the developer on Twitter or YouTube for updates on the game. Also note to the developer, when you see a folder named backup this folder but don't ship it with your game, you probably shouldn't send it to other people. I give the demo a solid 8 out of 10. It's showing potential, it's pretty fun pulling off combos, but it does feel a little too inspired by Ultrakill. I could go more in depth, but I'll save a deeper review for when the game is more than a demo. Good job Russian dude for my DMs. Remember, if the game ever comes out, feel free to give me a Steam key for it because I make dumb financial decisions and never have money. I mean, for fuck's sake, I just spent $5 for a troll face emote on Steam.